Fondly referred to as the green city under the sun, Nairobi is Kenya's capital and the most populous city in the country. It has a population of about 10 million people. It is also one of the 47 counties in the country and generates about 62% of the entire country's GDP. In this video are some facts about Nairobi, but before we begin, please take a second to like and subscribe. The city was founded in 1899. When the railway construction workers reached this area, they set up a basic camp and supply depot called Mile 327. From 1899 to 1905, it served as a British provincial capital. In 1905, the city became the capital of the British East Africa Protectorate. In 1963, it became the capital of independent Kenya. Number 2. The name Nairobi means cool waters. The name Nairobi is a Maasai phrase, Enkare Nairobi, which translates to cool water. This was about the Nairobi River, which flows through the city. The entire land where the city and its environs are used to be swampy and uninhabited. As the city continued to develop, the Maasais who owned vast grazing land were pushed away further to allow expansion in the city. Number 3. Nairobi became the capital in 1902. Between 1902 and 1910, the population in Nairobi rose from 5,000 to 16,000. The rise in numbers around the city was due to administrative activities and tourism. Most of the tourists that came here were for game hunting, which was legal back then. In 1907, Nairobi replaced Mombasa as the capital of East Africa Protectorate. In 1919, Nairobi was declared to be a municipality. Number 4. Nairobi has cool weather. Under climate classification, Nairobi is said to have subtropical highland climate. The city is at 1,795 meters above sea level. Summer months in Nairobi are December through March, when average highs are in the upper 70s and lows are in the mid to upper 50s. Winter months, June through September, are a little cooler. Average highs are in the lower 70s and lows are in the lower 50s. Number 5. Nairobi is the only city in the world with a national park. Nairobi National Park is on the city's southern suburbs. While at the park, one can see the wildlife with the backdrop of the city skyline. Wide open grass plains and scattered acacia play host to a wide variety of wildlife such as the endangered black rhino, lions, leopards, cheetahs, hyenas, buffaloes, giraffes, and diverse bird life. Well, London has red buses, New York has its taxi cabs, the Philippines has the jeepneys, New Delhi has rickshaws, Nairobi has its matatus. Matatu is a slang for minibuses that are used as public transportation in Kenya. For first-time visitors, Nairobi matatus are a sight to behold. They have unique features and art on their body. Graffiti from pop culture, music icons, and contemporary topics adorn the sides of the matatus in a show of artistic prowess. The more colorful the van, the more famous it is and the more likely it is to attract passengers. Number 7. It is the headquarters of several international organizations in Africa. Nairobi City is home to thousands of Kenyan businesses and over 100 major international companies and organizations. Some of the international non-governmental organizations include United Nations Environmental Programme, United Nations, embassies and consulates, Google Africa Headquarters, General Electric, Young and Rubicam, Coca-Cola, IBM Services, and Cisco Systems. The regional offices include Safaricom. Number 8. The city has several parks and open spaces. There are many parks and open spaces throughout the city, and the city has dense tree cover and plenty of green spaces. One of the most famous parks in Nairobi is Uhuru Park. The park borders the Central Business District and Upper Hill. It is a center for outdoor speeches, services, and rallies. Other parks include Central Park, City Park, Jivanjee Gardens, Nairobi Arboretum, and 7th August Memorial Park. Number 9. Nairobi's growth rate is among the highest in African cities. There are several major real estate projects, towering skyscrapers, and other major developments which are visible on the expanding skyline. Number 10. Nairobi is among the top 10 destinations in Africa. Nairobi has been named as one of the top 10 destinations in Africa as there is plenty to do both in the city and outside. Top places to visit in Nairobi include Giraffe Center, Mamba Village, Karura Forest, and Nairobi National Park.